Well, let's keep it going for Diane Callis.
Hey, all you stir crazy people. Are you stir crazy yet? Yeah, I came over here from Sun City. In case you don't know, that's a retirement community about 5 miles away. Anybody here from Sun City tonight? All right, yeah, Sun City, where the streets all go in circles. It's true. It's not a problem, folks. It's a containment strategy, okay? It's how we keep the old folks off the freeway. They get on their golf cart at 8 a.m. and start going around and around and get lost. Somehow at 4 o'clock, everybody ends up at the bar for happy hour. Yeah, the good old copper penny. The ladies all call it the floppy cock. But since Viagra's been on the scene, I have to say, there's been a real sexual revolution in Sun City. Yeah. I mean, they're doing some serious getting up and getting down over there. Yeah. Those people haven't had free love like that since the summer of '69. But if you go to Sun City, I got to tell you, guys, you're going to be outnumbered because it's 13 women to every man in Sun City. Yeah. Give me a car. Yeah. So, I mean, if you would like to meet a rich, older sugar mama, come on out because the cougars are on the prowl out there, okay? And because they're out, the women don't have enough men. They're sex-starved and they're hungry, all right? So, but be careful. Some of them are so old, they're saber-toothed tigers. But I hear they're the craziest ones, you know? They just want to eat you up. Yeah. Unfortunately, most of them are so old they don't have their own teeth, so all they can do is gum you. But who doesn't like a good gummy now and then, right? Yeah. My mother lives in Sun City, too. She's 90, okay? She's a bona fide saber tooth, all right? Yeah. But my mother still has all of her own teeth, okay? So the guys at the care home named her Jaws. I don't know why. Yeah. So my mom called me the other day and she said, Diane, I need you to come over here. I need to get back online. Help me with my profile. I said, Mom, I thought you were dating Walter. She said, well, 2 days ago they found Walter dead in his bed, stiff as a board. I said, geez, Mom, I'm really sorry. She said, yeah, I bet he hasn't been that hard since he was 17. Well, Mom, I don't want you to go back on that weird site that you were on before. That was terrifying. It was a nightmare, you know. The only 3 guys that would even date you were a mortician, a taxidermist, and a butcher. She said, I know, it was so exciting. I never knew if I was going to get stiffed, stuffed, or stabbed. I didn't like the stabbing, but I did like a stiff stuffing now and then. Yeah. But she said, you know, Diane, I still want to look good when I go on a date, so I go braless. I go, really, Mom? She goes, yeah, it pulls the wrinkles out of my face. You ought to try it. Like, okay. And then she told me that she went out with this guy. She said, I went out with this guy the very first time, and he wanted to get me involved in a threesome. Yeah, I said, whoa, Mom, you know. She said, and he wanted to do it doggy style. She said, I told him no way, and so did the dog. I said, Mom, what about Melvin? You used to date Melvin. And she said, Melvin, the guy with the lazy eye? I said, yeah. She said, I had to break it off with him. He kept seeing somebody on the side. Okay, I said, what about Jimmy? He's a nice guy. I mean, I know you told me he's a little rough around the edges. Oh, he's rough around the edges, all right. His toenails could dig a garden. When we got out of bed in the morning, It looked like I'd been sleeping with Edward Scissorhands. He's a real sharp guy. Yeah, he sounds like it, Mom. She said, he asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, Band-Aids. I'm on blood thinners. I gotta stop the bleeding. She said, I finally got him to cut those toenails, but before he did, I had him dig a hole next to my patio so I could plant a rose bush. Mom, that guy sounds like a real tool. Yeah, he is all right. I said, listen, Mom, don't go back online, okay? Just use your imagination. Think of something creative. You can figure out a way to meet a guy. She says, I had an idea. I was thinking about putting a bear trap on my patio and baiting it with beer and Slim Jims. What do you think? I think I'll catch a guy. I said, Mom, that is a really bad idea. First of all, it's cruel. Secondly, you like to dance, and guys with 1 foot aren't very good dancers. You know, instead of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's going to be more like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Plus, if he wants to take you anywhere, it's going to have to be within a hop, skip, and a jump. Yeah, Mom, listen, I think your best option really is Jimmy. And she said, I think Jimmy is still mad at me from when we did Dry January last year. I'm like, why would he be mad at you? She said, I will never do that again. It caused so much friction between me and Jimmy. You see, I thought Dry January meant I had to go without using lube for a whole month. Talk about friction, ouch. That's burning love. It was smoking hot. Well, Mom, I know what you need. You need to find a guy that's still got it. You know, oomph. She says, yeah. I said, you know, the bottom half? She says, yeah. The wallet and the wiener. She said, let's just hope the wiener doesn't go flat before the wallet does. Otherwise, I'm going to have to head on back down to the floppy cock. I can see how that's going to go right now. She's going to walk in the door. The guys are going to be standing there, and they're going to go, look out, fellas. Here comes Jaws. Cover yourself. Ah. Thank you. I'm Diane Callis.